Hi guys! What we're focusing on this week is portraits. So portraits is basically a drawing, a painting, or a sculpture of a specific person. So you're trying to capture that person's characteristics and trying to make it look exactly like them. That's the idea of a portrait. It's basically like a picture stuck in time of that certain person, either looking exactly the way they look or kind of the way they are, so different characteristics about them. So a lot of times when we're drawing, we draw from ideas in our head instead of drawing from what we see in real life. So we're gonna do one little practice activity that's really fun and kind of gets you out of your own head to draw somebody. So what you're gonna want is somebody that you can sit in front of and draw. So you can get your siblings to help you with this, or maybe a family member, or anyone that's willing to just sit in front of you for a few seconds so that you could do this quick practice activity. What you're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil, some sort of marker or color pencil, some sort of color, and the want to do it. So go ahead and grab those things and I'll meet you at the table. So you should have a piece of paper. I have a regular piece of paper that I'm going to use for my portrait, and I have just a piece of lined paper for my practice activity. So what we're going to do first is my absolute favorite thing to do. It's called a blind contour drawing. So a blind contour drawing is where you're looking at something or someone and you do not look at your paper. So you're drawing something that you cannot cheat with, because what you're gonna do is you only have about usually it's 10 to 30 seconds to draw what's in front of you. And the trick is not to lift up your pen, pencil, marker, whatever. I would suggest not using a pencil for your blind contour drawing. I would suggest using a marker or a colored pencil, something that's more permanent that you cannot erase, because it's really tempting to cheat, and it's also really tempting to erase when you're done. Find your subject, so sitting in front of somebody or a picture of somebody. And I have a picture of my husband here because he's not here right now. And you're going to go ahead and put your marker down and get started. Now I am going to count to 15. When I get to 15, you need to lift up your marker and be done. So you're gonna go as fast as you can and try to capture the entire person without lifting up your pencil and without looking at your paper. All right, are we ready? All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, I got lost, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so you can be done now. All right, so mine actually turned out okay. My husband looks a lot better than this in real life, but this is a great practice activity in order for you to really look at somebody that you're trying to draw. So I tried really, really hard to look at the shape of his eyes, look at his nose, look at his mouth, and study his face so that I knew where all those things were. So you might have an eye where the mouth should be, or a nose where your chest should be. It's not supposed to look like the person at all, obviously. But this is a good practice activity and it's really fun to do. So after you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our proportions of the face. How to draw a face that actually looks like a face.